Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. So today is tool time. I built the tool shed, but we had a contract we had to go do. Should have took 3 days, but because of various health issues that we have, me and Barbara, we still ain't finished. We're gonna be on our 5th day of it come Sunday. We're gonna go back Sunday, and today's Thursday. We had to take some time off. But one of the things that gets neglected when you do contract work is that your tools. So I have a catch-all toolbox. I have various tools. I have Snap-on, DeWalt, Cobalt, Craftsman, a bunch of different tools, right? But I'm trying to get everything organized. So that's what I'm going to do today. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today, is getting everything organized. So we're going to do that. Let me show you the toolbox that I've got to get cleaned out and get some tools properly in there. So this is my toolbox, kind of a catch-all. It's actually good to throw in the bed of a truck if you don't have a crossover toolbox on your truck, or you need something that you can pull off and take to the job site. As you can see, the farm's a mess out here right now. But heavy duty road chest is what it's called. But it's time to retire this baby, and I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to retire it or not, but I'm going to hit it up with some paint. But before I do that, and most of the tools are not even in it, I got junk in here, so I'm going to open it up. And yes, I've got to get all this straightened up and organized. So it's a mess I got to tackle today. I don't know if this is going to go in the back of the truck. I doubt it. I don't think I'm going to do that. But I need to get everything cleaned out and get some proper tools in here, because this what happens when you use tools a lot. You tend to throw stuff in there. And let's see what we got that I can get organized. I don't know if you can make out the words on this. It's been used a lot. That's actually a Snap-on little pry bar. And these things are ridiculously expensive. However, it's lasted a long time. You see that it's not, it does rust. So, you know, I don't even recommend buying or paying that much money for tools like this, unless it's just something you want to have, because there's so much things that are the same quality or even superior to Snap-on that's cheaper. But this is one of the Snap-on things I just found. I do have some what's these, Tupperwares or whatever, that I'm starting to put stuff into. So yeah, I'm getting it cleaned out. Not everybody that watches this channel will go into a Snap-on truck and purchase tools, right? And so for this channel, I focus on tools that you can go into a Home Depot, a Tractor Supply, Lowe's, or a Harbor Freight and get yourself. That's the tools I like to focus on. Okay, Snap-on, 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 Snap-on. Okay, so, and Snap-on. These are all the socket sets I have, but none of the sockets are in there, so I'm gonna have to locate all the sockets to go in there. But yeah, so I'm getting ready to paint this. I'm wiping down the outside right now with Windex, but I'm underneath a willow tree and they do drip water, and that's what that is for. So I'm gonna have to move this. So the color that I've chosen is International Harvester Red by Rust-Oleum. I'm just gonna coat the outside as best I can with the one can of spray paint I have, just to stop the rust. These are 3 other Snap-on tools, ridiculously priced, very, very, very overpriced. And as you can see, I use them. I don't put them up and keep them all nice and shiny. They get used. So that's a very expensive set, and I found that other sets are just as good as these, really. I mean, it was kind of a dumb purchase to say, because I don't think that you really require Snap-on. There's so many other tools that are precise and just as good as quality to me. And so one of the reasons I don't talk about Snap-on tools in this on this channel that much is because I'm trying to be realistic to the person that's going to go out to the store and find the tools at the store that they can find. As you know, most Snap-on tools have to be purchased off a truck. Now, I'm sure you can do it online, but usually it's off a truck, right? And yeah, they are a good quality tool. I'm not saying they're not, but why spend a shitload of money on something that you could spend a quarter of the price and get the same quality, basically? So yeah. Okay, there's some Snap-on wrenches. Again, very expensive, high price tools, but I've had them sitting out in this toolbox, and this toolbox has been sitting in the rain for a while. So I don't really use the Snap-on as much anymore, and I don't know where the rest of this set is. I have to find them and try to get the whole set together. But yeah, I have a lot of Snap-on tools, but it is what it is. More overpriced tools. So I found a lot of my magnetic holders right there, and I'm gonna have to put a lot of those sockets in there. I did find this bigger 13/16 Snap-on, and this is another Snap-on pry bar. Okay, so I'm taking a simple glass cleaner, cheap roll of paper towels, and I'm just wiping down the inside, right? Trying to get it as clean as I can. I will not be painting the inside of this box. There's no need to. I'm just gonna put WD-40 in here. I'm gonna coat the whole interior with WD-40 to prevent any further rusting. As you can see, the hinge on here is actually broke. That one's good. This one's broke. There's a lot of problems with this box, but we're gonna make it better. Very windy out here today, although I did get a coat of the paint on the toolbox just to stop the rust. The only reason I even showed the Snap-on tools on here is because I was talking with a mechanic who's in another country, and he mentioned that if he could, he would have Snap-on tools. To me, Snap-on tools is not that big of a deal. It is to a lot of people because they're known as an expensive tool, so people think they're really good, and they are really good tools. Don't get me wrong, they're really good tools, but there's a lot of really good tools out there. I mean, a lot of them. I mean, Cobalt, and I showed you, I don't know, I think I showed you in this video my wrench set from Snap-on, which I got to find the rest of those wrenches because we still have the house in the city, and but we're staying at the farm a lot. And so I got tools there, I got tools here, I got tools in the vehicles. Got to find everything. But I decided to show a few of those Snap-on tools today because of the guy in the other country or whatever, blah, blah. So I don't want to spend time talking about Snap-on tools or Mac tools or anything like that, because those are like, you got to go to a truck to get these tools, or you could probably order them online. I don't really know, but what I will say, so there's so many quality tools out there. My favorite wrench set out of all of them I got right now is the ratcheting wrench set by Cobalt. It's a very good set. Obviously there's going to be times where you can't use a ratcheting set on a nut that's really, really tight on there.
So you're going to want to use a non-ratcheting wrench for that. But there's so many good ones out there. I mean, Icon tools, from what I heard, Icon tools by Harbor Freight are when the Snap-on patents run out, they're actually going and they're making old Snap-on tools under the Icon name. There's so much going on there, but Icon tools is a really good tool. Everybody talks about Icon. Oh, Icon's so good because it's supposed to be just Snap-on, but under another name. But you know, I like Quinn tools by Harbor Freight. Quinn makes a quality tool. I really like it. So letting the paint dry. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just rambling today. You know, I've been in a lot of pain lately. Barbara's been in a lot of pain, and haven't been able to. That's kind of the reason I'm getting my tool shed done, is because I'm taking some of the tools like off. You know, we're not doing as many contract jobs as we were doing before, so I'm removing a lot of those, but and just storing them. But I don't know what to say. Why don't y'all in the comment section put in the comment section what you think your favorite tool is, and let's not start with Snap-on or Mac or any of those. Let's go with the ones that you can walk into a store and buy. What is your favorite ratcheting set and stuff like that? So I'm just curious to find out what you think. All right. You see this? This is what I ordered off of Temu. It's a 14-piece nut and bolt extractor socket set. And man, it works. This, believe it or not, it's off of Temu, but that is a quality tool. No name tool, but it's a quality tool. Very happy to have that set, actually. So you can find good tools that actually you may think, oh, that's a no-name tool, but that will extract nuts and bolts. It's a very, very good set, high quality set. Hasn't failed me yet, and so there you go. There she is. Like I said, I only have one can of paint, so I just mainly was trying to cover up the rust. But she's retired. For sure. Retired. Still got more work to do out here at the tool shed. I don't even have all my tools in here yet. The house in the city, I've got a lot more tools that has to go in this little area. I did put up magnet strips. Got those at Harbor Freight for $4.99. And I have a set of wrench holders and various wrenches up there. I've completely got to find the rest of those Snap-on wrenches. Had a whole set of those. And yeah, just got some things that is more work's got to be done. Got to put more stuff in here. I got at least 3 more of those containers that has to come in here. And then I added that shelf. Yep. Hey girl, what you doing, baby? Hey baby, where you been at? You took my Tupperware, didn't you? You sure did. You took my tool container I just bought. Where'd you put it? In the road out there? Huh? Where'd you put it, girl?